ride or die on this block, ain't no robbing me. These niggas like to comment shit on Instagram pics. See me in public, say hi to me. Boy, I don't get it.
Welcome to DC Gospel, man. Before I go any further, man, hit them buttons, subscribe, share, and like. Man, we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, y'all. Look, I want to get this out of the way before I go into my next story. So we're going to kill this noise about this character, DC Black.
Because if you read the paperwork, Don O'Nally is the nigga who identified me as the shooter.
So, you know his biggest argument, y'all. I'm from New Jersey. Just all little kid games. Here go a guy that did 15 years in jail, y'all. He ain't the brightest, but he articulate himself in that manner. When I mean, as far as paperwork and a criminal, he can do some things. So what I mean by this, y'all, look, this a guy that went around the whole DC. First, he was saying that this paper wasn't a part of this case.
But I just want to get started. I'm going to go get the paperwork. Allegedly, this person that's trying this smear campaign against me to allege that I'm a rat has a friend that pulled up the first part of my case with my case number on it. After they did that, they added some other papers into my case. They come from another document. I don't know where that is. It's not a part of my case to my knowledge. There's no...
This his words, y'all. Then he was saying the paperwork was fake.
Makes fake paperwork. It's tons of Instagram accounts that she's behind.
But when I went to the court building and seen that it was real, I was blown away like the whole DC was. And it hurt him more because a real street guy reading it. Well, let me change this, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. I changed my life around. I ain't been in the streets since 2022. And this is my way of changing my life around. I'm not selling drugs no more in the community. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm all positive. I got positive stuff going on in the community. So that's my way of changing. Everybody's way of changing don't look the same. So a lot of these guys got missed the opportunities like DC Black. He been gone away. You feel what I'm saying? And he made this comment about, let me get this to this right here, y'all. Bruh, first you went to, I ain't go to elementary school here. Then you went to pre-K. Bruh, you don't even know what pre-K you went to. So it is like, this dude is weird and this stuff. Like, so what, anyway. So where I was at, y'all? Oh yeah, this guy. So he is a guy that's very sneaky. I really don't know why I mess with him because this is a guy that's smart, y'all remember. He stamped fake paperwork.
Let's like
But
that.
a case number, that shit don't say U.S.
give
versus,
it to me,
that
and
shit
it
don't
ain't my
say
beef.
U.S. attorney versus that shit could be Hawaii versus Nevada. That shit don't say nothing on it.
Talk to psych, man.
You the DC work, you the paperwork nigga. I'm talking to the
Telling you
paperwork
that
nigga.
I'm telling you that it's
Read
official.
that shit.
Y'all remember that? The guy stamped fake paperwork. But I'm gonna go a little further for y'all on this one here. We all know Big Sight ain't that smart, y'all. Big Sight ain't gonna use them type of words in that type of paperwork to make somebody else look bad, y'all. That's Eon work. Just the snake he is. That's his work. That's why he played behind the scene. That's why what bruh said and say, you was pressed to release it on your platform. because you the actually got behind it. You stamped it. You literally stamped the paperwork. And I talked to another girl named Wanda. And she said you put some fake paperwork on one of her friends. And when I sit back and think about it, we never heard this saying until you open your mouth on the streets and the internet. Somebody told me, Blunt, this dude nasty, Mo. This dude like one of them real old throwbacks. So, he's been in his feelings. I read his PSI. And everybody, like I said, didn't say want to know how did he slip through the cracks? How you think favoritism? People that's questionable. I got friends that's questionable, but they still my friends. But this guy here, he's from that first wave that went to the feds. You hear him say he went to the feds under special circumstances. And it's crazy, bro.
USP is gonna be different than most people. I was a part of Loads with the S. The new influx of the prisoners that came from Lawton during the closing of Lawton. So I didn't hit the United States Penitentiary until like 2002. I had been in prison almost
crazy, bro. You said I'm a late bloomer. I never been down low, and I'm glad I didn't go down there with all the butt bandits. Trust me. Bruh, my first time ever in the feds, 2002. Shout out to my man Slug, man, from old 57th Street. Yeah, my man Slug, he home. He throw parties all through DC. Everybody know him. Shout out to the home. Y'all support the home, y'all. Look, check this out. We was down Fort Dix in 2002. My Fed number is 04252-007, bro. And my DC number is 273-477-96. So this not a who been to jail longer contest. You can have that, bro. I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to be known who went to jail first. I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to be known for hurting nobody. I don't want you can have that. So y'all, this is the griminess of these guys. So let's think about this right here, y'all. Paperwork fake. Everything just wrong about the paperwork, this and that. But he stamped fake paperwork. That's why his channel don't got no credibility. It has no credibility, y'all. Like he say all these things about me. He haven't got one person to stamp what he's saying. Not one. He just talking. Just talking out his throat. Nose everywhere. Like he normally do. This is what he do, y'all. Just think about it. This is what he do. Just talk. So this a guy, y'all, like flat out applied the PSI rules to other people because he slipped through the cracks because they was all buddy. So he came, when you come in, you'll see an Eon. He'll read your payment. If you like, you like. If you don't, you don't. So that's the type of things they was doing, you know what I mean, the first batch of group. I can pretty much bet if I went in all their back, out of 100%, I say good 80% of them hot. I could stamp that. And I'm just taking a guess because nobody wasn't on what. We come from two different like psyches. Like I come through the earth when you guys show your PSI, and that's what it is. But this guy DC Black, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all now, y'all. Y'all got to listen to him, how he talk. So let's get to the guy.
Talking. That's I'm gonna leave it right there. That's what I just asked you. Who is Donald? Who is Dirk? I don't care who it is, bro. Guess what?
What's his name? Ron, the guy you mentioned. That you said. Oh, Mooka. What you say, Mooka? Man, if he said that out his mouth, man, that's kind of questionable.
Because if you read the paperwork, Donald Nally is the nigga who identified me as the shooter. I pled guilty to what he said. Donald Nally got shot in the face that night.
What'd you say, Mookie? Would you say, Eon, this is the guy. This how he softened the punch up, y'all, because of what he did. Yeah, this the guy who told on me right here. This who the case right here. This guy, y'all, is actually still living. That's what made Eon hot. That's what made Eon hot. The guy he talking about is still living.
Let's break this down. I don't know why I'm going through this. Look, Mr. Williams related to this officer that he had been selling illegal substance since approximately June of 1993. He related that he was selling drugs for Darren Ware and Donnell Nyla, whom he set through an individual named Kareem. He put Kareem in this. Mr. Williams stated that he generally would buy a half an ounce of cocaine from one of them individuals for $400 and then would sell it for $9. I don't need to read on, Mo. This on your PSI. They ask you about what drugs you use. You start telling about everything else under the sun.
Just think about that, y'all. The guy still living. In his mind, he justified it. You hear him. This the guy who told on this.
Because if you read the paperwork, Don O'Nally is the nigga who identified me as the shooter. I pled guilty to what he said. Don O'Nally.
This and that. Eon, this the same guy right here. You saying you was buying drugs from. As the victim, you the one bringing him to move. I expect him to tell you. But for you to go right back and tell on him back, that hit a little different. Because you the street guy, you belong under the street rules. And under the street rules, no matter what, if a guy telling on you, you supposed to take that.
I got a dot on this Glock, ain't no robbing me. These niggas like to comment shit on Instagram pics. See me in public, say hi to me. Boy, I don't get it.